For 2 days, March 11th and March 12th, members of the Project Implementation Unit of the OECS Regional Agricultural Competitiveness Project AGRICOM, along with one CHEA's lead technical officer supporting the project, and Tom O'Callaghan, international business planning expert, both from the Food and Agricultural Organization's Regional Office, hosted 2 capacity building workshops, building capacity in the area of business management and business plan development, respectively. Extension officers were the targeted group for the first workshop, as the PIU hopes that they will be able to play their roles in the knowledge transfer and communication process to farmers, organizations, and the wider community.
We want to get to a place where we have a business plan template that you could take, start to elaborate with our help over the next month or 2. We're really hoping that we could have those 13 business plans fully elaborated and finished. We want to have 13 excellent business plan proposals that we could take to the next phase. As we go further along, we're going to continue to do capacity building across the sector, not just for extension, but for other farmers as well, and creating tools, conducting workshops that impact the sector in a broad way, so that once the projects that we fund under AGRICOM, they will have a better chance of sustaining themselves. They'll have a better chance of being successful, because not only will they get financial support from the project, but we will have built some capacity within the agricultural sector that will support these projects and other projects in the agricultural sector.
That's Mr. Gregory Del Sol, coordinator of the Project Implementation Unit of the AGRICOM project. As the Project Implementation Unit moves closer to the point of impact, one CHEA's lead technical officer said there will be more initiatives like these.
And this animation will be focused on business skills development and business skills training. A second animation will come subsequently, which is more related to the specific technical areas that you'll be having to support, as extension services. And later in the year, and beginning also in this week, we will make a plan to define the implementation of the capacity building activities on some specific technical areas, such as fruit tree, livestock, apiculture, new technologies, floriculture, poultry, food safety, and security. There will be a number of support missions that later in the year also will complement the effort to bring these productive alliances forward. We're not doing training for the sake of training. This is not an informational event. It is for 2 things. It is for building capacity so that you can replicate and play a role within AGRICOM into subsequent phases of the project, and also to make your contribution to strengthening those market linkages. We want, in as much as possible, to create synergies with existing institutions implementing similar programs. The projects have been approved, have been evaluated, and now we're going to enter into an intense process of accompaniment, of following up, of mentoring, to ensure that those business idea proposals that were approved become, fully fledged and successful business plans.
Tom O'Callaghan, international business planning expert, explored on sectors such as market trends and its relation to stakeholder needs, and tools that may be used to resolve how knowledge will be supported.
There's a huge desire for farmers for information they can trust. Where do we start? As I say, there's a number of different areas to look at, but I'd be interested to hear your feedback as to, where should we start? Where would we have, say, in these groups here, and also include livestock and fisheries, where's a good place to start where you have a good impact, good engagement to proof of concept, and then replicate that proof of concept. It's not just all about technical training anymore. It's about product handling, it's about food safety, it's about what the consumer wants, it's about grading a product. We also have to, incorporate in our technical training and our technical training mindset how does this impact the market? How does this impact the consumer, etc.? The other area then, which is somewhat related to that, is stakeholder engagement.
Participants anticipate that they will be able to make improvements to their existing proposals.
The training today is helping us to focus in terms of the key element in terms of business planning, from finance to customer segment to additional secondary processing, etc. And these things, when I leave here, we hope to be implementing things like secondary processing, such as using sauce up for ice cream or for tea, etc.
The training indeed is key because it has identified all of the key elements in the production of a business plan. It also looked at the business life cycle, kind of opening up the eyes of us, the participants, so we understand the genesis to and the road towards the business life cycle itself and how we ought to respond at various stages of the cycle, of the business life cycle.
We are taking the opportunity because we are now doing in chocolate making. We want to make sure that we can give the world a chocolate that is cadmium free, right? Or very low in cadmium. So, and that's the crux of our project. We pride ourselves too in making sure that we can plan properly and do a good proposal. We are thankful that we are successful, and I think that's just one step. The training today will help us to go further in terms of doing a really good plan and making sure that we keep in line with the requirements so that we can really bring benefit to the farmers.
The AGRICOM project is supported by funding from the International Development Association (IDA) and the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development of the World Bank. It aims to enhance the markets and sales for competitively selected farmers and fishermen, as well as their allied aggregators and agro-processors. Following this training, officers from the project implementation unit, assisted by the extension officers, will assist project beneficiaries to complete their plans, which will be funded later on in the year. For the Ministry of Agriculture, I am Mina Booker.